What's the first thing on your snack list? Is it chocolate, cheese, crackers, chips? Yes, we love them, but they're not the healthiest for our body. We welcome Amber Kethcum, registered dietitian, who can help guide us to healthier alternatives. You know, you have a plate right here that is kind of my go-to, one of these things. I love Doritos chips with like sour cream, just dipping them in there.
Yeah, me too. Me
It's
too.
bad.
And
It's
those
bad.
are fine. Those are fine to have sometimes. They're great for treats, but it shouldn't be our everyday snack.
And why is that?
Well, there's not a lot of nutrition. This is a lot of fast energy, right? So you eat this, in the moment you get this quick little energy burst, but it doesn't stick with you. There's not protein and fiber and things that are gonna hold you over and give you energy until your next meal. So I like to save these for more of the fun foods, the treats, but find some swaps that are a little bit healthier to have that'll hold you over.
Like what? I know you have an awesome array of options for us.
Yeah. Well, first of all, if we're looking at swapping out some simple things, so if we love chips, like I love salty things too, so chips, crackers, that kind of thing. Roasted chickpeas are really good options. Nuts are also really good for that salt, that crunch. If you like sweets, they make really good chocolate covered and like kind of dusted almonds that don't have that much chocolate on them, but you've got protein and fiber in there too.
Okay.
So those are really good, like quick packaged
Sure.
snacks. And then I've got some other options that are really kind of grab and go that you just can't beat. So fresh fruit, I feel like, is so
Yes.
overrated. Nobody just carries it around, but it's nature's fast food.
I actually do. I have an apple on my desk right now, just in
Fantastic.
case, you know?
Exactly, just in case. And that holds you over so much more than like a bag of chips.
Okay.
And so things like hummus with some veggie dippers. I love doing string cheese and beef sticks together.
Okay.
These are the kind of things, they're not gonna give you that that really fast energy burst and then a crash right
yep.
after. Yeah, and instead of sodas too, another thing that works really well is sparkling water. And I like to add some frozen fruit to it. So this one,
that's
we've
a
got some
great-
mango in there.
I have that at home right now, so
Yeah.
I never thought about putting frozen
So-
fruit in there. So it kind of chills it, but gives it
chills
flavor.
Exactly. It kind of flavors it as it thaws, and then if you want, you can even eat the fruit as you get to the bottom of the cup. So
Hey,
it works out
it's
really
a
well.
win-win. I love it. Yes.
Totally. So those are some great options to have on hand, but I also like to prepare options too. And it doesn't take a lot of time, but for both kids and adults, these are the kind of snacks that are packed with protein, healthy
Okay.
fat, and fiber. So the first recipe that we have today is our apple nachos. And these are so good. This is one of my favorites because it's actually really satisfying and it has lots of different flavors and textures. And it's really easy to prep. So to do this, I've got a plate of apples ready to go here. So you spread them out just like you would chips, right? And then we've got some fun toppings. So if you want to, we're gonna start with this one. So if you wanna drizzle on some peanut butter, and you can use sunflower butter, almond butter, and it should drizzle. If it ever doesn't drizzle, you can add
Just
a tiny
scoop-
bit of water or scoop it out.
Oh, I never knew you could add water. That's great.
Yeah, it doesn't really change the flavor, but you get that kind of pourable effect.
I
And
like
so-
crunchy. I like
Oh,
the
that would be
crunchy
perfect
one.
on here.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep,
so
yep.
crunchy peanut butter would look great.
Okay.
And speaking of crunchy, we're gonna add some crunch to it. So
Sure.
we've got some pumpkin seeds here. So, so we've got a fruit base with some fiber, some healthy fat, and pumpkin seeds have zinc, magnesium, fiber, a lot of micronutrients, minerals, so they're really good for you.
Yes, please.
And then we've got some sweet things going on. So we've got some raisins and chocolate chips.
Okay, see, I'm not a huge fan of raisins, but lately I'm like, just do it, girl. It's good for you. It adds a little bit of sweetness with that crunchy texture because they're in trail mix a lot.
Yeah. Well, and you could skip it too. You could just like double up on the chocolate chips instead.
Oh wait, okay, registered dietitian's
We're going
orders.
with a healthy snack.
There
So
we go.
Sprinkle on some dark chocolate chips, and you could eat it like this, or you could serve it with a dip. So we're adding even more protein
Just
here.
like in the middle?
Yeah, you could put it in the middle.
Is
and
this
this is
Greek
just
yogurt or?
Greek yogurt, and I put a little bit of honey in there. And so this is a beautiful, large portion. So if you compare this to something like a little bit of candy or something, this is so much more food, and you're getting so much more nutrition
And
in
less
there.
sugar.
Way less sugar.
And if it is sugar, it's more natural.
Yeah,
so
and
that's
it's-
good.
And it's also balanced out because we have the healthy fats with the peanut butter and all of that. So it really helps to stabilize your blood sugar versus just candy, which would make it spike up really fast.
Certainly. Well, thank you. This is my husband loves nachos. He's a chip guy. Here you go, babe.
swap it
Here is
out.
your new set of nachos right here.
The sweet version.
Yes,
the sweet
exactly.
version.
Yes.
So the next thing I have, I feel like this is really underrated. So chia pudding.
Okay.
I feel like a lot of people have had it or heard of it, but it's so easy to prep. And so you can make this in advance and have it good to go for the week, which is why I love it so much.
Okay.
So with this, we're gonna start with chia seeds. We're gonna mix it in a jar, which is my favorite thing to do. So
Put it
these
first?
are the chia seeds. Yep, so go ahead and dump those in. So this makes 4 servings. And chia seeds are really cool because they're these tiny seeds, and it doesn't look like it'll go far, but they expand. They expand to about 10 times their size.
Great.
And yes, they are the same thing as like chia pets, like the little, the little plants.
Good call.
Same seeds. Anyway, so we're gonna add a cup of milk to that. So go ahead and pour that in. And this is almond milk. You could use any kind of milk that you have on hand.
Okay.
And so we're going to add a little bit of sweet.
Sure.
And
I'll
so
probably do a
with
little
this-
less than this whole thing.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
dash.
Because you can always top
Yes.
more at the end, so you mix that together.
Okay.
And this is the cool part, is it doesn't look like much, but then once you set it aside in the fridge, so cover it, put it in the refrigerator,
Okay.
a few hours later, it expands to this. And so it's kind of this like tapioca type texture. And so from here, we can add the really fun toppings. And so we've got, I like to put yogurt on top, and it's like really creamy when you mix that into it.
I'm gonna do this. I do overnight oats here and there, but this is, I don't know, girl. This seems a little bit lighter too.
It is a little bit lighter, and you could actually do the same kind of toppings with overnight oats or mix some oats into this. And then we've got some cinnamon, some sliced almonds.
Oh, you like put cinnamon on the slice? That's so
You can do
smart.
it however you want.
Little
and then
things
some
that just
fruit.
go a long way.
Right, so this is a really super filling snack, kind of a mini meal here.
Love.
But it is so filling.
Cool. Thank you so much for being with us. I know people can catch you at your website, fuelforlife.com.
Yes.
Okay. And you can guide people to healthy alternatives. I know my mamas out there are like, my kids would never eat this, but I have a feeling if you give it a try, there's something in there they're gonna like.
You know, sometimes you kind of have to try the different things, cross your fingers and see what works. But I've really found with kids and adults, the more that you just expose and try different foods, then you'll find winners that everybody likes.
Well, thank you so much. You are the winner today for giving us all these ideas. But